Hey guys, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. So, if you're new to my channel, head down there, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, get notifications when I am on and or post videos, as well as like and share my videos. So, I am 100% super insomniac right now, like you wouldn't believe. I took medicine to help my problems, and it only made it worse. This is why I don't take medicine. Not only does it make me super hyper, and it's supposed to be a downer, it makes me super hyper and doesn't take the pain away. So I have decided to just go ahead and put the rows together on the Insomniac quilt. Yes, I'm just naming it the Insomniac quilt because, you know, I'm doing it in the middle of the night and I'm an insomniac and it's a freaking awesome quilt. Unfortunately, the downside to taking medication is cotton mouth. Bleh. So, anywho, I'm going to get started while you guys join or whatever everybody's doing, because it's 5 a.m. here, and I'm going to piece this, put the rows together. So let me tip the camera just a little bit back this way so that you guys can see once I start joining these rows. Move that out of my way, but still I can find it. And I'm going to start with the 2 rows right here in front of me, right sides together. This is the one that does not have a thing on the bottom. Oh, all right, let's get this together. So I'm gonna start with these 2. I'll line it up, and like I said, if they end, I said this earlier, if they end up at all a different size, like a, what's the word for it? If they weren't perfect because of the way I was making the rows and stuff, I will just trim the quilt in full when it's complete. So I'm going to stick this under here, line everything up, and just start putting rows on from the bottom up. And I'll just try to, I think what I'm going to do is just piece all the 2 sets first and get this done. I have to get myself situated though, so that I can be sort of comfortable. And I'm going to back stitch on all of these because they are pretty skinny rows. And it's a good thing I pressed so that way all these seams fold the way they're pressed. That way I don't get no lumps and bumps. I'm not pinning anything because I'm sewing seams onto sashing. It doesn't need to line up, so as long as all of my seams are going the way they're supposed to. Hello to all those that are joining. Good morning. I can't sleep. And this is what we do when we can't sleep. We make stuff. So I will be on here. Oops, that flipped the other way. I will be on here until I am complete. I'm snipping this seam so that it folds because I need them to stay correct or else this won't press properly, and we want it to press properly. And look at that's long by a little bit, but we'll trim everything when I'm done because this is pretty much just doing whatever. So this one didn't end up 70 inches. All right, so what I'm going to do is finger press towards the sashing. And then I'm going to press it on the iron real quick. So I'll be out of the screen for a few seconds just to press this real quick. So that way I don't have to keep turning the camera back and forth. So since it's finger pressed, it should go pretty quick. I need a way to turn those other cameras on so you guys can see. All right. Didn't even use steam. So here it is. Now I'm going to grab the next piece, which is this one, and I'll put these right sides together. Normally I wouldn't build it this way. I would start from what would be the top away from me, but it's okay to do it this way. Again, I'm just going to hold all of my seams the way they're supposed to be. If I built from the other way, I wouldn't have to hold the seams because they would be on the bottom. Line everything up and just hold these little fellas down. And yes, I have a lot of shredding going on because this foot is like catching everything just right. And it's yanking on it. Again, you can pin projects like this if you want, but I don't feel the need. I do my finger thing down here and line everything up. Alright, ran out of bobbin already. Put another one in there. I'm in my pajamas, obviously. I took a shower thinking it would get rid of my itchies because I have the itchies really bad. That didn't help. I laid down for a little while in the dark. That didn't help. I swear, being an insomniac really sucks. And I have really bad itchies, so if you see me scratching, it's because I can't help it. I just want to scratch myself to death. Hi, Misty. Nobody else is talking, so. Well, welcome to some more Insomniac quilting. Well, Insomniac piecing. Alright, so now I'm going to finger press this to where it wants to go, which is towards the sashing, and then I'm going to take it over to the iron. Just put the iron over it real quickly, like. Again, I'm not going to turn the camera, just I'm going to press it and be done. And then I'm going to start joining all the sets of 2. Alright, so let me take this iron. I'll be right back in the frame of the screen in just a moment. Just quickly pressing. Oh, this thing is looking so awesome. Can't wait to see it all complete and put together with the border and the borders. The border and the borders. All right. Lay it back down. I'm going to take 2 pieces and join them together, and we'll join all these double sets, creating pretty much these. So I'm going to take all of the rows and put the double sets together first, and then add them to this, and then I'll join all these when I have all these complete. And I can't tell you what size this is going to be at the moment because, well, I have no idea. So I'm just going to keep joining from the bottom up. Taking a break, working on a Y letter block and giving me fits. So I walked away for a bit and then going back and showing who's boss. What's a Y? Like you're doing blocks with letters or something? Like like paper piecing or something? What are you making, Misty? spelling out my hubby's name for his throw. It's piecing. Ooh, fun. He's gonna like that, huh? You're in the group, right? If you're in the group, share pictures. Since it's private, nobody's gonna see if you're trying to keep this a secret. Okay, awesome. I love it when you guys post in the group, and this is for everybody because it inspires me not to make what you're making, sometimes to make what you guys made because it's awesome, but it inspires me to keep doing things and be creative and stuff. That's why I post all of my stuff in the group too, so you guys can see, and then I do my best to give directions and stuff. But the videos help the best because you guys can talk to me and ask me while I'm here live. And this quilt, I have described everything I'm doing only because I want to remember for the future. I can do this with 10-inch squares instead of 9-inch squares. That would be so much fun, and everything would probably line up a lot better, but I think this thing is turning out pretty darn awesome. If I do say so myself. Something about these, like, okay, I did the yellow hunter star with the flower, old-fashioned looking fabrics. These are old-fashioned looking fabrics, but they're pinks, and they're mixed with ivory, which kind of looks buttercreamy yellow. And it is so weird. I never really liked the color yellow, and I wouldn't have normally put it in quilts, but for some strange reason, anything that I've been doing with old-fashioned prints mixed with this yellow or any yellow shade color looks freaking awesome. Like, so much. Should have the name blocks done today, then just waiting for some tools to finally finish the throw so I can start something new. Awesome, awesome. What something new do you think you're going to start? And anybody else that comes on and watches this later, tell me what you're working on in the comments below. For all those that are watching later. For all those that are watching now, you can comment right now and tell me what you're working on. Okay, I'm going to run out of the screen for a second, press this, and be right back in the screen. Again, I'm piecing the small ones, then the large ones, and I think this iron is leaking. What the... Every time I move it to a different spot, there's always a water spot underneath. But I go through irons like crazy, which you guys know. I don't know. Irons just don't like me. They're always breaking. I'm going to have a lot of thread to pick out of this thing, too, because it's shredding pretty good. So now I'm going to take those two pieces, and I'm going to put them on top of the 9-inch strip again. Well, technically it's 10 inches now because it has a stashing on it, but right sides together. Like I said, I'm building it kind of from this side to that side. Okay, my stepson's throw and my sister's Christmas throw. Oh, you got a lot of work to do. Sounds like me though. I have so many things that I need to put on the long arm, and I don't have backings for them. And I was looking because you guys know I make really big quilts. All my tops are bigger than 88 inches. That I have, most of the ones that are hanging in there. So they're 88 by like 100, something. They're all in that range. And most of that takes 8 yards or more of fabric. The most amount of fabric that I have on one bolt, unless I use brand new solids, the ones that you've seen in these packages, unless I use solids, all of the fabric I have in this room, I don't have more than 6 yards of something. I count the one I had the most was 6 yards, 30 inches. That's not enough to do a king size quilt. So it looks like I'm going to have to save so that I can start backing all these. And I went out and looked in my sheet pile because I have a lot of cotton sheets, brand new ones that from the thrift store and or in packages or whatever. And I don't have bigger than any twins right now. Like I used all of my big sheets up last year. So I don't know how I'm going to back all those quilts. I'm going to have to ask my husband if it's okay I buy a backing fabric. I'll have to buy 2 to get free shipping on Marshall Dry Goods at $7.99 a yard. And just order like a bunch of different ones to be able to quilt all of those quilts. I can do all the small ones though. I have enough fabric to do the small ones, and I only have like 5 small quilts left to quilt. The rest are all huge. My hair is everywhere. Oops, somehow I wiggled that seam. I'm getting my pajama pants, which are like a flannel. They're covered in thread. Looks like if I do fall asleep, I ain't going to bed with thread all over me. I have to clean it all off. I don't want thread in my bed. It's bad enough I inhale my own hair. I've done it several times. My hair falls off, lands on the pillow, and in my sleep, I inhale it in my nose, and it wakes me every time. This quilt should end up twin size. It'll be, hold on, I'm thinking real quick, 71.5. 81. It'll be 81 by, I don't know what the length is going to be yet. We'll see that when I get that far. All right. Finger press this real quick because it makes it easier when I go over to iron. Like I said, I'm just joining all these. They want to lay towards the sashing already because of the bulk from these seams in between every single piece. This thing is going to be so awesome. Just look at it in the screen. I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it. It's so hard to make these and love them so much because they turn out so awesome, and then I got to sell it. I need the money. All right. Oh, I was pressing first. I'll be out of the screen for just a second. I'm just going to press this and then be right back. Yeah, this iron definitely has a leak. Not even steaming. I'm just kind of giving it a quick press. Making sure everything's nice and flat. All right, so here's another row of the big one and the small ones. There's that. I'll lay it on the floor. And then I'm going to combine all the sets of 2 still, and then hook them to a big one. Right sides together. I'm just going to go ahead and lay them all right sides together. Sew them together. Who's all here right now? I see 4 people watching. That's my fear on irons. I want a cordless one, but just bought one from the dollar store for like 15 instead of spending 50 for one. Yeah, I just go through thrift store ones, and Walmart cheapies is what I get. And my daughter brought me 3 irons for Mother's Day last year, and one of them already broke. Then I got another one, and I got a little Rowenta, but it's the handle. It's from the thrift store. The handle is it won't stay up. I don't know how to keep it up. and it hurts my hand to use it, so I don't, and I still have yet. I'm going to give myself a reminder. Tiffy, when you go through and read the comments that you think you missed, make sure you remember to clean your iron. Last time I tried to clean it, the other one, it didn't come very clean, the sticky stuff that from landing on the carpet, and I actually dropped the other iron 2 days ago when I had the camera facing the other way, and I had you guys watching me from the front pressing these, the Insomniac thing. Right after I was finished and got offline, before I unplugged the iron, I hit the cord and knocked it onto the floor, and it landed face down. So it's ceramic though, so it didn't burn like the other one, because the other one is steel. Makes no sense why it does that, but I guess ceramic ones are better for those who have carpet. Oops, there's something on the screen. Try to kick those things out. Oh gosh. Try to keep these seams down. They keep wanting to flip. I need them to stay the way that I press them. The only thing that drives me nuts on mine is that has the auto shut off, which is good, but not when I'm working, and by the time I get back over, it's pulled off. That's what my other one has, the one that needs to be cleaned. What is this even? It's not even, I don't think it's a Proctor Select. Oh, maybe it is. Proctor Select's the Walmart one. This one doesn't shut off at all, which is good. I don't know how old it is. It's actually older. It came from the thrift store. But yeah, that one is good. But my other one is a Black & Decker. Let me see if I can hold this up so you could see. You see that nasty burn right here? Yes, you can see that we have calcium in our water, but there's a burn right here. It's from landing on the carpet, and it's really nasty. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it off. But that iron is really good. And then my Shark, I love the Shark. Squeak is what I call the Shark. I don't even know what happened to Squeak. I thought Squeak was in here, but Squeak could probably still be in the garage since it needed to be fixed. Because it was leaking. And I figured it was fixable, so I kept them. But yeah, the one that I'm using right now doesn't shut off. So I have to be careful because I don't forget. I mean, I forget really easily, so I don't want to forget that I left it on, if that makes any sense. Because if the kids come in here or something and they knock the iron down and I accidentally left it on, that would not be a good thing. All I do is run my fingernail along the seam and it pushes it back, and then when I get to the iron, I just press it on here and go back and forth the whole way along the seam, and it helps so much. Okay, so I'm at the iron, just letting you know. I'm out of the screen for a second. Just giving it a quick press. The way that steam stays pressed, the way I finger pressed it. All right, now I'm going to lay it back in its spot. Right sides together on the other piece. I have a feeling that this is going to be shorter than wider. Because that's what it's starting to look like. It's going to be lap size, I think. It looks big laid out, but as soon as I started combining these pieces, it's shrinking. It might end up being up and down with the thing side to side instead. We'll see. That's okay, because this is just a random insomnia project. long as you're having fun with your quilting, that's all that matters. Nothing else matters when you got the pedal to the metal and you're having fun. Got 6 of you here now. Who's all here? You guys can talk. Feel free to talk. You don't have to just watch. I love to chit chat. You know that. And I think I already know how I'm going to quilt this thing too. I'm going to quilt it with flowers, I think. Some kind of edge-to-edge flower design. I think that will look awesome. I don't know how to do roses yet, so, and I don't have a computerized system, so obviously I can't tell it to quilt me something. Someday in the future I'll get something like that, but for now I just let it come from my head. So if I can just figure out how to do a edge-to-edge flower that looks like a rose, that would be cool. I might have to use YouTube to find something. Or look on Pinterest or something. No, I don't think Pinterest shows quilting, actual quilting ideas on what you can do on a block. I don't know. I never looked. I just barely signed up for the Pinterest thing. People send me Pinterest links all the time, and I never use them. I mean, I go to them, but I don't use whatever the thing goes to because I don't know how to buy or use Pinterest. You know, like you can buy things on Pinterest, I guess. I don't know how to do any of that kind of stuff. All right, next row. Looks like this. So I'm just going to lay it down. So the next. And then all I have to do is join them all. I brought this here with me. That's going to start from up there. That way I don't have to move the second one when I go to put it together. Hi, Teresa. 8:30. You can't believe I'm still up. I'm always still up. Hello. That's what this insomnia project is all about. The fact that I can't never sleep, but I'll get it done anyway. It's my medication, by the way, Teresa. I took meds. I tried doping myself, and what it is about downer pills and stuff makes me extremely hyper. And pills that are supposed to make you hyper, or at least wake you up or whatever, cause me to go to sleep. But those I can't get because they're not prescribed to me, and it's probably like, you know, like seizure medication, special seizure medication, or like ADHD meds, or I don't know, things like that. But unfortunately, my meds wake me frick up. I don't need any sleep. I just keep going. I'm like the Energizer Bunny. Yeah, it's 5:30 in the morning here, so I figured why not just get on here and finish this thing. Borders and all. I'm going to attempt to just get it all done as quick as I can. Only because I'm like super anxious to see what it's going to look like. They gave me Avenine once, and it was like I was climbing the walls. Never took it again. I would think eventually that would make you crash. Nope, don't make me crash. I've tried and the crazy thing is I've tried every sleeping pill on the market that's approved by my insurance, which is a lot of them. And there was only one that I have taken that allowed me to fall asleep, but it didn't allow me to stay asleep. It was a pill to fall asleep but not stay asleep. And about, I don't know, a year ago, my insurance stopped covering that. I'm thinking I need to switch to a different insurance provider because all these constant denials. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to press this real quick and lay it where it goes because this is the last setup right here is these two pieces in the center that goes to this. But I'm going to put them all down on the floor first. That way they stay together and they don't get them out of order. All right, so let's put these two. All right. Like I said, some of these are not lined up, so I will have to trim this top before I put the first border on. But I'll show you guys how I do that. For those of you who want to know in the future if something didn't line up, but it's random piecing like this, so it really doesn't matter. There's a lot of ways to trim it perfectly square. Are you kidding me? Stay. Oh, that's why it's a little bit. Ouch. Guess while I'm right here, might as well do this. I have 6 oil holes for my machine. I'm also going to suck on a cough drop to hope that it helps with the cotton mouth. Okay. Again, the same thing, finger press it and then go over to the iron and then press it real quick, and then I'm going to attach those two and then attach this to it because I have to flip it and sew from the opposite direction, I think. And then I can sew all the sets together. It might actually end up perfectly square is kind of what it's starting to look like now. Let's see. All right, I'll be back in the screen in a second. Wait, what did Missy say? How often do you have to oil your machine? Mine is self-oiling, or that's what the manual says. It says to do it like every 5 days or something like that of constant use. It needs to oil a lot. Right after every cleaning, it needs to be oiled. And I don't remember what the manual says on mine, but I know it said every 5 days, if of constant use, that you should put oil in it and clean it out and so on and so forth. So I use it constantly. As you can tell, there are days though that I don't do any quilting or any sewing, I should say. But it's very rare. Even when I feel very, very horrible, I still come in here and pet fabric or something. I don't really pet it. I just kind of come up with ideas thinking, oh, maybe I can use that one with this project or something like that. All right, so now I'm going to attach these two, and then I'm going to throw this on it. So I'm going to leave this right next to me. I'm gonna leave that right there. And I'm gonna take these two. On my lap carefully. How many of you have blocks finished or working on blocks for Tiffany's birthday? Yes, how many of you are working on blocks? Let me know in the comments below for those that watch this later, because I am on at a weird time. Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious how many are doing it. I might have to make a reminder video and post it, because my video now has become way far down in the feed. So I might just make a reminder video. Because my birthday is next week, and yeah. There's lots coming up, though, because November 1st and 2nd, remember, guys, I'm going to the quilt show, and I have a lot of things to do with that. I'm going to be recording a lot of it, and then I'm going to take pictures of every single quilt I possibly can, even though there's over 300. I'm going to try to meet Eleanor Burns and take a selfie with her. Unless someone comes to the quilt show with me and takes a picture for me. And I'm going to try to put together a really cool video of the quilt show so you guys can see. So yeah, I'm going to go the first day and do all the videoing and pictures, and then the second day I'll actually enjoy the quilt show. And don't forget, those of you who are in the area or want to come, November 1st at the Aquatic Center here in Lake Havasu City, November 1st and November 2nd is the quilt show. It's rocking, oh my God, rocking the 50s or something like that. So for those of you who want to come, I will hold the flyer up as soon as I sew this piece. I'll come and hold the flyer up so you guys can take a screenshot if anybody wants to come. If anyone wants to just get away from home for a few days, come to Havasu, meet me, hang out, make a video, do some sewing, whatever, and have fun. There's supposed to be a lot of stuff at the quilt show this year, so a lot of exciting stuff. Have you met her, Misty? She's so funny in her videos. I love watching their videos, her videos. All right, so I'm going to finger press this, add the other side real quick, and then I will press it, because I got to start putting those other sets of these two sets together. 1, 2, 3 of them need to be put together, but I got to add this top piece first. I have a book of hers and watch her videos. Awesome. Yeah, I have. I'm not sure if I have a book or two, but I do watch the videos. All right, so I'm going to join these. All right, so it's together like this, except I'm going to go ahead and grab it down to this bottom. Come on, stay. And I'm going to sew now down this way, and just remember that I flipped the piece over. My email is going crazy. I told you guys I check my email at night, because all night long the emails go through. So anybody that needs to email me something, just know that I always check it at night. Don't forget, as I remind everybody every time I make a video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Once you are subscribed, go into the description of any one of my videos, and you will find a link that takes you to a Facebook group where all of us hang out and post pictures of what we're working on, as well as I kind of keep the feed full with lots and lots of pictures. I'm not bragging or anything. I'm just trying to give you guys ideas. So there's a lot of stuff I post there. So join the group. And also there's my Instagram and my Facebook business page, which I have yet to put things on, but I'm going to be listing on that page all the quilts that I have available for sale. As soon as I bind the one that I just finished off the frame, I'm just probably gonna, I don't know, I gotta take pictures of them all, and nice ones. So I think I'm gonna make CJ's room look nice with his queen size bed, and then just start laying all the quilts over and over on top on it so that I can take good pictures. I don't think he'll like that, but I'm gonna take over his room to do it because there's a crib in his room too, so I can take pictures with the baby quilts on the crib and make it look nice, and then I'll post the price of everything, blah blah blah. So don't forget, if you like something that I have made and want to buy it for a loved one, just remember, you guys all, as subscribers, if you're my subscriber, you will get 10% off of any of the quilts I have made. Don't forget. Just because you're subscribed. As well as 10% off of long arming. I think I've told you guys that before. I offer for you guys. But you have to be subscribed to my channel, because it's not fair to others if you pretend you're subscribed or say you're subscribed and then send me something and get a discount and everybody else. You know what I mean? So you must be subscribed for that. Just remember, if you want long arming services, you need to send me your backing, your batting, and your quilt top. And if you want a specific colored thread, I use Glide on mine. My long arm likes Glide thread, so it's a really big spool that I buy, but the big spool is only $10.95. So it makes it really, really cheap to be able to have thread. And I'm trying to build a stash, but if I have something that already matches, like if you want white thread, I have lots of white thread, and if you want black thread, I have lots of black thread, so on and so forth. But just remember, I do offer long arming services. You pay for your shipping here and you pay for your shipping home, but you do get a really good deal because I'm cheaper than most of the places on the East Coast. And I do whatever. You gotta be okay with that. Hold on, I'm trying to attach more pieces real quick. Making sure. Oops, I knew I didn't flip it. I was gonna sew that together like that. Ooh, that wasn't a big deal. Okay. What was I going to say? You have to be okay with not having computerized designs available for long arming services by me too, because I just do whatever. If you have a suggestion, I take your suggestions, and I think I've said that before. That I kind of just do my own thing, and if you're okay with me doing my own thing because a quilt talks to me and tells me what it wants, then feel free to let me know that you want some long arming services. What are you talking about? I missed that one. It's probably misspelled her name. Thanks, Missy. Hold on. Good idea. I may hit you up on long arming for a king double wedding ring if I don't feel up to tackling it. Awesome. Just let me know. Send me a message. All this getting up and down out of my chair, it shifted. I think I'm going to rearrange my room, guys. Like, seriously. I don't know if I like this angle anymore. And I kind of want the big screen, even though it's not on right now. I kind of want it closer to me somehow so that I can actually read it when it's on. I just rearranged yours yesterday. I'm in too much pain to move things like I would want, but if I can get Scott's help, I think it would. I don't know. I kind of think I want my long, it's like an entertainment stand, but it weighs like 500 freaking pounds. I think I want that on under the window kind of thing, and all my tall shelves. I think I want them all behind you guys, all lined like that, so that I can just line everything up properly. And then, I don't know, I want to get all the fabric in one side instead of it all being around me like this. And I want to put a design board. I was thinking about getting pegboard for all this and take this down so that it's ready for when I make the quilt for my birthday quilt. It's going to hang either right directly behind me or to the side right here, but I want it in the view of what you guys see. I might just take this poster down because it's Maxine's, and this is Maxine's also. So her stuff is still in this room, some of her stuff. It's just thrown in the closet and still on the walls. I kind of want to take everything off all my shelves though and paint them black or like white, spray paint them all white or something, make them look nice. I can't afford like a wall unit, a big long thing of custom shelves. I wish I could though. I've seen in my Lowe's, they have like shelf building kits. I think that would be so awesome. Kind of like behind Jean True Love where you see all the fabric. Kind of like that, but a little bit more different because I would want to look display-like, I guess. That way when I have, because I do get customers that come in-house and they come into this room and I let them snoop around and see what they're interested in, because sometimes they get the idea of what they're looking for quilt-wise by just looking in my room, so. Plus they can feel the fabric and, you know, things like that, which a lot of people like. They like some fabric brands, they feel it and they're like, oh, I don't know if I want that on me. And they touch another one. Oh, that one feels amazing. That's what I want on my quilt. So I definitely like when they come and look through, but I want it to be more organized. Plus the closet's all blocked out right now. I want to be able to clean that up. There's a baby basin in there. I got to take that down and put it away. I'm trying to keep this adjusted as I go. So yeah, I'm thinking about moving it around, but not sure. I would need Scott and CJ's help, I think. All right. So what I'm going to do is just open this, grab the next piece. Let's hope this stays up here. I'm going to grab the next long double section from up here. Grab this side because that's the side I want to sew. I want to match it up here. And then I just have one more piece to attach after this. And then I can trim it, put the first border and the second border on, and be done. Monday, I'm going to be going mattress hunting because I need a new bed. My bed is like new, but I hate it. It hurts me so bad. There's a thing about beds, and I'm going to try to explain this while sewing. So, you know how they make gel beds? They make memory foam. They make all this specialty stuff. They got the purples and all those things, whatever. There's so many different kinds of mattresses. Mine is a memory foam gel infused hybrid, and it's supposed to be soft, but it's not. It's kind of on the medium side, I guess. Well, the thing with mattresses is I like a soft mattress. I'm going to try to explain this. I like a really soft mattress. I want to I want my body to conform to it and sink in, you know, sink in at my butt if I'm laying on my back, you know, so it conforms and makes my back straight instead of having, because I have a suck-in dip at the bottom of my back and I have a hunchback. I need the bed to just make it where when I'm synced into it, it lays flat. Well, My bed doesn't do that, and it causes super, super duper, super duper worse hip pain and lower back pain, and my legs end up going numb really easily, and so on and so forth. It's just a horrible bed. And Scott don't even like it. He hasn't slept in it in 3 years because he doesn't like it. He sleeps on the couch. It's more comfortable. Because I like a soft bed, I need something that I'm going to sink or conform to. Thing about that is I have to go lay on them all because my body, I don't weigh much. My muscle mass is low, so if it is even a super duper duper, the most super soft bed possible, and you put your hand in and then you let go and your hand is still on the bed, the print, is supposed to be really soft. It doesn't do that for me. The softness. Once I lay on it, it's still painful because I don't weigh enough. I don't have enough mass to my body to create a sinkage, I guess is what it is, in a bed. And I laid, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, I went to what is it called? Michael Allen Furnishing, I think is what it's called, or Ashley Furniture. And I laid on every single one of the softest beds they have, and they have one that I conformed to. It's like an it was made by people that, go to space. It's space technology bed. And I actually sunk into it. That's how soft it was. I didn't want to get off. And it had one of those frames that adjust the head and the feet and blah, 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 which I really love. The only thing was the price. It was a little over $4,000. So I'm going to go to all the other stores. There's one, there's a furniture store in town that they're retiring, so it's closing. And they're liquidating everything. So I think Monday I'm going to go lay on all their beds to see what they have left and see what I can get for a discount. I really need to. I wrote down the name of the bed. It's on a piece of paper. The name of the bed that I found. I think it's Ashley Furniture I went to. Anyway, I wrote down the name of everything, and so hopefully they have it. It's like Serta something whatever. And yeah, I really want that bed, so I need to find it somewhere else. It's like cheaper. So that's what I'm going to be doing Monday. I'm going to go lay on a bazillion beds. Maybe it'll help my insomnia if I have a bed that I can actually sleep on. I mean, I do sleep in my bed, but it's very uncomfortable. Everyone else likes it, though. Like, CJ loves it. He says, Mom, if you get a new bed, can I have yours? And I said, yeah, you can have my mattress. It's brand new. It's, well, it's not brand new. It's like 6 years old, but still. It has no stains, tears, rips, or nothing. It's been covered by a bazillion mattress covers and puffy things, because I have puffy things all over it and everything to try to sleep correctly. So it's been 100% well taken care of. And this piece totally didn't line up as what it was supposed to. I hope the trim on this doesn't make it look funny when I go to trim it down. Let's see. All right. Lynn, hello, Lynn. It's going to be a very big quilt. No, this is not going to be that big. I got one more row to put on. And I'll hold it up and show you guys, and then try to finger press this real quick. I'll hold it up and show you, and then we'll start putting the first border on. I got to trim it, then put the first border on. And I got to iron it before anything. So I can turn the camera and show you guys how I iron big quilts like this. I'm a big ironing board. I think I've shown you before a million times, but I'll show you all again. All right. Grab this end, keep it up here. Grab this. This is the end I want to sew. Holding it by the end I want to sew. Line it up. Kind of shake it down. Even though I'm not really like super smiling, I'm actually having a lot of fun with this thing. Like seriously, guys, this has like been super fun to do. I love when you can just throw something together. My phone is going crazy with notifications. Good thing I have the volume off. Well, you can see how big it is because this is the last row. So everything that's right here in my lap. Oh, no, don't do that. Good morning to all of you who are joining. I see 9 of you here now. Feel free to say hi. I don't bite. And if you can't talk, it's okay, because I know some people watch from Roku players and smart TVs. So I know that they don't have keyboards to chat. Hi, Linda. Good morning. Alrighty, come on, stay nice and flat. This thing is being harder to adjust because so many little seams to hold down. I'm trying to make them stay flat. Almost. Now I'm going to go press it after I finger press the long seam. And then we'll show you what it looks like so far and then trim it. Because not all of these pieces ended up 70 inches. Which kind of sucks, but that's okay. Because again, I'm just screwing around and having fun. All right, I'm going to turn the camera so that I can press it. I'll leave it right here for you guys to see. It might fall on the floor though. Okay. Turning the camera. Let's get to some pressing. So, I'm going to take it. Lay the iron out of the way. I'm going to make it to where my seams are going this way for the sashing. That way I can just press it nicely instead of trying to go longwise with it, or, you know, this way. Everything has been finger pressed and or pressed when we put it together. So I'm just going to run it across like this because I'm just kind of heating the seams up to stay down. They want to go towards the sashing anyway because they're too bulky on the side, you know, in the inside. So they want to come towards the non-bulky. So I just slide it a little bit to finish off this end. Come over here. slide it now to this side, like so. I'm just doing all of the sashing, making sure it's nice and flat, which it is. Reminder, do not wear black shirts when quilting. At least don't leave the house wearing your black shirt from quilting. I am covered in thread. And this quilt has a ton of thread mess, unfortunately. Which I'll have to pick it all out. But that's okay. A lot of it just comes right out. I'm just adjusting ever so slightly to the opposite side. Doesn't this thing look so cool, guys? I'm just going to set the iron over there. So much easier. Knock it this way a little. So I have some seams right here. Lay it nice and flat. I'm not even using steam. I'll do that in my final starch and steam press. It's laying nice and flat. I can't see comments, by the way, guys. I totally forgot to say that. I can't read the... It's really tiny on the laptop, and I forgot my phone over there, so... Okay, so this seam flipped. I need to flip it real quick. So I use my fingernails to push it, and then the iron to fix it. So it flipped under the bigger pieces on this one. I try to keep them like at least going the same way, even though it's laying flat anyway, and it kind of doesn't matter. But just in case, I want them all to lay the correct position. Okay, almost done. Slide this way, finish it off. And you guys probably notice these ends don't line up, but that's okay, because I will trim it and make it work. These colors are so pretty. And this ivory sets it off so much. Okay. All right, 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to turn this so that you can see it. Just so far. All right. Ready? So far. It looks to be fully square. That's definitely really tall. Let me do a quick measurement for you guys before I grab my phone and look at comments. I'm just going to measure from the center real quick. Just like a quick estimate because it's not really laying that flat. We know that it's 70 wide, even though I have to trim the sides. So it's 70 wide-ish. I'll just say 69 wide because just in case it's not 70 anymore. And it's 87 long. So it's 70 by 87 right now. So now I'm going to trim it, which I have to move all this stuff out of the way or else it will not trim properly because I need this whole area nice and flush. Oh, wait, those are the borders. I need those. All right. Those are the borders. I cut those pieces, by the way, earlier because I couldn't sleep, so. All right, let's see the comments real quick before we pick this up and show you how it trims. All right. Good to do my hair, be back. Okay, Teresa. Misty says, very pretty tip, Linda. I just love that, the colors and the design. I love it too. I think this looks so awesome. So awesome. All right. So now to trim. It's nicely pressed. So what I'm going to do is pick the whole thing up. Let me adjust this again because all you guys see is my curtain, but you need to see me and sewing. So I'm going to take this and fold it wrong sides together, touching the two ends as best as possible. Then I'm going to line it up on the top because that's the most straight line. I'll move stuff a little bit more so I have room to lay it up here. I need this to be nice and flush because this is what I'm going to work with, is the fact that these line up like that. Finish this side. Line it up, line it up. Those two match. So now I'm going to fold it two sides together. I know this seems like I'm doing something wrong, but I'm not. Trust me. This top is 100% aligned. So I need to keep it that way. What I'm going to do is keep it flush, like so. Now I'm going to throw some pins in it while it's in this position. So now it is technically folded into 4. And I'm not going to put the pins next to my outside edges because those are getting trimmed. I just want the pins to keep these layers of fabric together and lined up nicely so that I get a nice straight cut on the sides that are a little bit wonky. I'm using my really long pins, or my yellow ball pins, or whatever you want to call them. All right, let me double this up because I want them to stay nice and flush on this edge. Nice and flush, lining it all up. Oh, we have a nice square quilt. And I think I'm weird doing this, but even for you beginners, this works just fine to do this. All right, so I have a bunch of pins in it right now. what I'm going to do is bring this edge up so you can see now how much it's sticking out. Some are really sticking out. So now I'm going to take this bottom and shake it to where my pins do not move or adjust. So I'm just lining this up, holding these together, and kind of just giving it a shake. I'm going to lay it on my table, flatten it out. I have pins holding it, and this is why big tables are very helpful. If I have to shake from the top, then I will. Hold it on itself again. Just like so. Line this up with that fold. Everything was shaken. Now these two ends line up perfectly. There's going to be a lot of layers that I'm going to cut through, but these line up just right. Everything's nice and flush. I'm going to use a line on the mat and a line to make sure that's nice and flush. So now I'm going to find my smallest size and I'm put it on a line. Making sure it's crossing, way crossing. So a lot of this is going to come off right now, unfortunately, and it kind of sucks, but there's no other way around it. And I just pinned myself, go figure. And I'm going to use this line right here on the mat. I'm also going to use weights in the camera for a minute. I'm going to use more than one weight because this is a lot of layers and I want it to be nice and straight. All right, stay right there, you stupid thing. It's on that line. That's on that line. And make sure I use my 60 millimeter. And I'm going to start right here at the bottom. And this is a lot of seams. And I'm just going to hold it nicely, cut. Okay. So now, so a little bit got cut off of my color. I'm not going to save any of this. There's no point. I don't care. I'm going to pull this away. And now I should have a 100% square quilt. Hey, Michelle, you're still up with me. Oh, Diane. Hi, Diane. Good morning, guys, gals, women, ladies. I say guys because it sounds more whatever. Okay, so now I have a nice straight cut. Before I pull my pins out, I'm going to make sure that I got every single one. They're all the same. They're all the same. I have a little wonkiness right here at the top. I'm going to use the ruler real quick. Just line it up with what I cut anyway. And then a line on the top real quick. So this is how I square random quilts like this. All right. Now it should be 100% straight. Everything looks good. Let's pull these pins out. Held everything nice and straight. That way I didn't have to just go one layer at a time, you know? So now, if I hold it up, I have a nice, look at that, nice straight flush edge now finally. And it didn't really ruin anything, which is good. And then we go to the other side again. So it did cut off a little bit right here, but that's okay. So I'm like really close to a seam right here, but that's okay as well. As long as it's nice and flush and it's perfectly square. So now, I'm just going to lay this on the table so you guys can look at it while I put the first border together. Let's see if this stays right here. Alright. But I'm going to real quickly take this. All these little pieces can just go over there for now. I'm going to cut the selvages off of these real quick. Totally just thought about that. I have 9 strips just to be on the safe side. And they're 2 inches. Remember that, Tiffy, for the next time you watch this video for yourself to get references. on what I have done. I always want to know how I made something, and I write it down with my mumbo jumbo, like I sometimes can't even read my own writing. If I put it in a video, then nobody will forget. Everybody will have fun figuring out what I have done with actual video footage. I said hello, Diane, didn't I? All right. Lynn loves it. Awesome. Diane, you like it too. Awesome, awesome. Watching and listening for about 20 minutes. Got to do meds. Okay. I'm going up with the comments. Did I miss anything? Probably. I'll look in a minute when I get to my phone. I'm just stacking these up so I can trim them real quick. I just want to take the selvage off. And I think I have 9 strips. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why do I have 10? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only need 9. So let's pull one of these out. Put my other pile. Put this over here and slice off the selvage real quick. Okay. Don't need all that. Now I'm going to do my wonderful little trick that you guys have seen me do a bazillion times. I'm going to stack them all in one pile, and I'm going to start connecting them all. I'm going to turn the camera just a little. I'm going to start connecting these. What size are these? These are 2-inch strips that I'm doing for the first border. And then my second border is this pretty rose-ish, pinkish. I don't know what to even call this color, but that's my second border. All right, so let's lay this out so that you guys can see. All right, take all my ends next to me. Just lay it up here. I'm going to start by taking that bottom piece, sliding it out of the way. Take 2 pieces, the next 2, while holding the other pile in my hand, and I'll line it up. Sew across. Take the next 2 from the bottom. Put them together. Oh, and I know some people put their borders on with the 45-degree angle. I've done that, but I kind of prefer a straight seam. It's easier to line things up, I think, with the straight seam. Just thought I'd let you know, for beginners, it's so much easier. It still looks clean. It's I don't know why some people say you have to do a 45-degree angle to connect borders, but you don't. But I've seen it on a couple of the YouTube channels that I watch, that they all do that for their borders. I don't. I do it my way, and that's it. This is how I do it. All right, grab 2 more. I'm always grabbing from the bottom. I'm trying not to turn the whole stack. I make sure that they stay lined up. Put them under. So, chain piecing the whole stack through. So again, 2 more. Mauve. Yeah, that's about what it is, with some pinkiness in it. But I don't know if I looked at the selvage earlier. I probably did when I was on live feed last. I don't remember if it has anything on it. It could be a Joann's fabric. Sometimes I can tell by the selvage because it's just all flat. All right, that was the last 2. 1 single piece. Now watch. Oops. Let's snip them apart, and I'll show you how it ended up. It looked like I was just making a jumbled mess here. Snip them all apart. Kind of like how you do binding. So I'm going to grab this end. Watch. Now it's one continuous long, 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 and it's all connected the same way. Look at this. I'm doing a magic trick, guys. Pulling it all out of my hat, and bam. So it's that easy to make a border. Seriously. All right, so now I'm going to throw it on the floor on my right-hand side. I'm going to put one piece just right here so that I hold it. Slide myself over, move the weight, grab this, and I'm going to start attaching the borders on the sides and then do the top and bottom. So I'm just going to bring it over here, and I will be pressing after I get the borders on. I'm going to finger press for now. Let's make sure my seam, I'm not pressing any of these seams yet. I'm making sure that it's facing the correct way. Everything's correct, and correct. So I'm going to just sew this on from the top. Me, funny, what? You guys do know that's my name, right? Too funny? I'm too funny. Oh, I gotta bring the mouse over here, sorry. That way I can take care of things on the screen. I hate how hyper I get when I'm on meds. Like, I really seriously feel it. I don't feel like a weird high like some people look like they're high when they take medication. I get like, it turns me into an ADHD or something. Super weird hyper disorder. The reason why I chose the first border to be the what in the hell is it called again? Ivory. This color is ivory. It looks yellow. The reason why I chose it for the first border is to kind of push everything back into the middle. And it's small, but that big border that's going to be next to that mauve pink color, once that's on, what it's going to do is it's going to set the borders back and pull all this forward. Trust me, when I took the picture and I had the bordered fabric just sitting next to it, it literally popped everything here out. So separating this where it's just a little bit more extended is 100% going to create more of the illusion that it's popping forward. That's definitely an Insomniac thing. It pushes everything forward. You can't sleep. You're just going crazy. It's medication, Diane. I don't know why I get this way when I'm on meds. But it helps me forget about the pain. It doesn't take it away, though. I'm hurting. I think I'm going to put one of those pad things in this chair, too, because it's starting to get annoying. Like those little seat things that have an adjuster for the back so it pushes my lumbar spine back out instead of sucking it in funky. You slept like a rock. I wish I could. It'd be so nice. It's 6:30 in the morning and I'm still working. And the girls will be here in a little while, and my day's just full. My day's full of things to do and get done. But I said I'm going to finish this in this video. So I've probably gone over an hour by now, and the next border will go on and take me another hour, but I can sit chit-chat while I do it. I'm just going to record like so. I hate when this happens, the seam right at the bottom. Oh well. I'll fold this back real quick and chop this off. Use my finger to press it. Cut. Oh, I have my scissors. Good scissors back up back there. I'm just going to put that there. Nice cut. Make sure that's sticking out just right. I'm going to finger press it just towards the color because that's the way it's going to want to go with the seams from the sashing. Oh, I saw those online. Yeah, those purple seat cushions. I want to lay on a purple bed, but it comes in a freaking box to your door. Where are you supposed to sit on these and lay on them? They make them custom for you or whatever. If you want them super soft or whatever. How are we going to know we're going to like sleeping on it? They give it to you for what, 90 days free. If you don't like it, they take it. If you don't like it, they take it back or something like that. But I want to lay on it to make sure I like it before I even commit to something like that. I'm one of those people that has to lay on a bed, or else it's not going to work for me. They have this other brand. It's called Ghost, and it's like purple, but it's a different name. And yeah, they have a thing where you fill out the chart of how your partner sleeps in the bed with you too, and you choose options or whatever. And yeah, it's crazy. Like, they say that it'll work for this, work for that, whatever. You put in your weight, height, you're this, you're that, and it's supposed to send you the perfect mattress. But I don't think that would happen. I think I'd get something and I won't be able to have it for 90 days because I'll be pissed off the second day. Really going here, guys. We're gonna get this done. On side 2, and I'll have side top and bottom to do. Hope you guys liked how I squared up my funky quilt because I thought they were all 70 inches, but I did lay them on my mat in half and just cut and added that. It still worked out perfect. Everything's lining up like it's supposed to. Let's lay on it and see if it's supportive and soft. Exactly. I need to lay on it. That's what I'm doing Monday. I'm just going to go lay on all the beds. I think I'll wear my pajamas out in public just so that I feel even more comfortable. I actually do that quite often. Like when I go to the store. I don't. When I go other places, though, I do put regular clothes on, street clothes. I do gotta say, 90% of the time you guys see me on here, I at least have pajama pants on, but I do wear regular shirts as pajamas. I have a lot of black shirts, as you can tell, with the collars chopped off, because a regular collar on a shirt sits like this on my neck, and I have broad shoulders, and it literally feels like it's choking me. So yeah, I don't do very well with collared shirts. I have a lot of V-neck shirts too. I cut collars off of those as well. There's a seam at the bottom. I hate when this happens. What size is this quilt going to be? I said it just a little while ago when I measured. I forgot the numbers. It's like 68 by 70 something when I measured it, and now it'll be bigger because I just added 2 inch. So technically we're taking away a quarter, so 1 3/4 inch strip. So we'll see. I'll measure it again to see so that I know how big to cut my final border. should take this over to the iron, but I'm not in the mood to get up. I just want to get down to this bottom since it's turning as I go, and then attach the next two sides. Or I should say top and bottom now. Okay. Bring it all up here because it's heavy now. Grab my strip. Make sure that it's right sides together. Start sewing. So the finished size will be 70 something by 80 something. Or 70 something by 90 something, technically. It'll probably be like 70. Hold on. It'll be like 80 by, hold on. It'll be like 80 by 90, 81 by 91, something in that range. So definitely full-size bed. And are a really good layover for a twin, actually. Exactly. Oh, I tried, the quilts that I make that are going to be for sale quilts. I definitely try to make them on the bigger side because I know people don't want to pay $200 for a lap quilt. I mean, a lot of people are like, yeah, that's not happening. But some people really want it, especially as a gift. Just like the baby quilts. Who wants to pay $120 for a baby quilt? I mean, but that's what I sell them for because I put a lot of work into them via the price, it reflects. So the bigger I make them, the more they say, okay, now that's worth it. You know what I mean? Okay, I'll be here still. Got one more border after this. This right side's on here. Make a cut. Alright, so I'm not even going to press that right now. I'm just going to swap to this other side, add it, and then we'll iron them and make the other border pieces. Okay. Okay, I shall hurry back. All right. We're going to start with this side. There. Line it up. All this stuff is vibrating really close to me now. So what's everybody's plans for today? And if you're watching this later, in the comments below, put what you plan on doing today. If it's a project, or you're going to work, or you're taking grandkids out to the park, or going thrift store shopping, or what are you doing today? Today is now Saturday, October 26th, almost Halloween. Is everybody dressing for Halloween? Put that in the comments below later too, if you want. I'm not dressing up, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk Main Street because of my legs and my hips, so I might have to use my walker or something, or my wheelchair. I don't think I'll be able to walk it, and I'm hoping that my problem with my legs at least calms down or eases up a little bit before the quilt show, because I don't want to have to do the quilt. I did the quilt show last year in my wheelchair. I went in my wheelchair, and it was really hard to hold everything, and it wasn't even a big show. It was a little show, so the price. It's going to rain all day here in Michigan, so I am making a big pot of vegetable soup right now. Ooh, that sounds good. I'll be right there. I need to eat more vegetables. I mean, I eat them, but I need to eat more than I eat. Still working on your grandson's flannel quilt. And Diane's sewing that on that swap quilt. You haven't got that together yet, Diane? No rush, obviously. You need your ironing board to help with all that fabric. Yeah. So I keep pulling it on the table. Like, I seriously think I want my other table from the garage in here too, and or just get a regular desk again that's lower and just have this as the cutting table and put it in the corner of the room, you know, and just set it up to where I'm sitting at a regular sized desk. I just don't want to put too much stuff in here because I don't want to take away from my floor space. My floor space is how I design the quilts right now and or take pictures, but I do want to, like I said, I want to change this out, take those down, and I think I want to put a design wall behind them. Just hang when I need to hang something. The only other option is to permanently cover my window maybe and put a design wall right here, because there's like tons of space, and I need a design wall that'll fit a king size because I do make large quilts. All right, coming to the end of this one. Ooh, look at that. I needed just enough pieces. I made just enough pieces, I should say. All right, let's cut this off. Put that over there. Going to make a vegetarian chili today, but getting a nap first. Oh, hello, Tanya. I didn't see you were there. I'm reading from bottom up, so as something comes in, I go up and read. So good morning. Good morning to all of you who are joining. Ooh, there's 21 of you here. Look at that. All right, let's press real quick. So let me turn this again. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Actually, I'm just going to leave it right here. I'm just going to adjust. All right, so I'm going to come right here. We're going to press these borders real quick, nice and flat. That way I can attach the next border and be done. I finger pressed to the side, so all this should lay nicely. I'm not using steam unless I absolutely feel the need to right now. I just need them to be nice and flat so I can put the other border on. Let's turn it that way more. There you go. It's not crooked, it's just the way that the quilt is laying. Sorry, I know it looks weird. It's because it's trying to hang on the floor. I love how there's just random blocks right here on the side. It looks so cool. Even though I finger pressed, I'm still going to press it. I want that next border to lay nice. Oh, look at that, almost on there. It's really long, guys. It's not even done yet. All right, fold this up before I turn. Okay, there's something I want to show you guys that I really hate, and sometimes this happens. It happens actually quite often, but most of the time it's like a printed fabric, so you can't tell. So here at one of the corners, let's see if it focuses on that. Can you see? Anyway, I'll turn it backside. See that? Two little seams right here? Because the border, hold on. There we go. Better lighting. See that? Two seams? So I ended up with a little piece of border because two strips weren't long enough, and if I would have adjusted them, like if I would have adjusted the borders like a little bit more up and started like 2 inches in, then this would have never happened. And I don't know how to say this. Sometimes when I'm in a rush, I don't pay attention to the adjustment of borders. I just kind of sew them on. But I do actually not like that. So when I quilt this, I will make sure I quilt nicely to hide that. You know, I won't stitch in a ditch because that will just make it look more prominent. I will hide it with stitching, if that makes any sense. So, hello, Debbie. Good morning. Good morning. I'm here. Just haven't let you know. It's okay, guys, if you're just watching. It is early. Greener Pastures. Remember to thumbs up. Greener Pastures. I have never seen your name before. Hello. Do you have a regular name? I probably won't remember right away, but if you have a regular name other than Greener Pastures, you know, you can say it. But yeah, don't forget thumbs up, guys. Thank you for reminding. It's rare that I'm on this early, so obviously there's going to be people that I don't get at night because they're probably sleeping, if that makes any sense. Because my times, everybody's time zone is different, so they don't get to catch me. So it's actually kind of cool that I'm on this early because it is now 6:49 in the morning. Nikki. Well, hello there, Nikki. Welcome. Glad you can join. Is this your first time watching, or are you new, or are you just passing through live streams? All right, did I do that already? No, it doesn't look like it. One more? Yeah, one more to do. And then I can cut the next border. I think I'm just going to cut it at 5.5 and sew it on, and then we'll measure. I do need to measure how long, though, so that I don't have a little piece at the bottom, because I hate when that happens. So I'm going to measure the length and width so that I know where to cut my strips. Anybody have a calculator ready? I'm going to start throwing out some numbers here in a second. All right. Folding it in half so that I can get, this is the length measurement real quick. It's in half, so I have to plus the number times 2. Okay. 4. That's 5. It's a 0. Hold on. That's a 0. 5, 10. Carry the 1. 4, 4. 8, 9. 90. Right? 45 plus 45. 90. Now, let's see what this is. I don't do math very well, guys, like at all, whatsoever. I cannot put math together in my head. I don't know why it doesn't work for me. Like other people, I know 1 plus 1 is 11. Just kidding. I know simple, basic. I have a really hard time with big numbers. 6, 12, 2. Carry the 1. 6, 7. 72. So it is 72 by 90 right now. Okay, so I need 1, 2 strips right here. So then 3, 4 on the bottom. And then I'm just going to do that for now. That way I don't confuse myself. 72 by 90, Tiffany Casey. Yeah, it's going to happen like soon. My brain doesn't work like it, you guys, unfortunately. All right, so I'm going to just use this by the bolt. This is definitely something that came from, oh, look at this. It's actually Kona Bay Fabrics. Ready for this one, guys? Let's see if you can see this. Kona Bay Fabrics. 99. So this is some old stuff going into this quilt. But I'm using it up. I can't believe that. 1999. So that's when I had Alexa. I was 18 in 99, depending on what time of the year. I turned 19 in 99. All right, I'm going to line this up on a line. Nice and flat. I usually press on my fabrics anyway before I bolt them, so this is most likely nicely pressed. Grab me a ruler. I'm going to straighten me up an edge. Oop, I got to make sure all those are crossing over. Looks like it. Can you believe that? 1999 fabric, guys. Using it. It's not going to sit on a shelf forever. Okay. Oops. That little edge of the selvage did not come off. This is very tough fabric for that. All right, so we're going to do 5.5 because I'm going to lose some with the long arming and the, basting it on the long arm and stuff. So I'm going to lose some plus binding it. So we're going to do 5.5. So what did I say I needed? I needed 2 strips. I wonder if this is how long this fabric actually is. With the salvages, look, where am I at? I'm at the 44-inch fabric. So I need 2 top and bottom. So I need 4 5.5-inch pieces for now. I'm just going to do the top and bottom first. I did the other ones with the sides first, but the top and bottom are going first with this border. Why? Because I can. What did I say it was? 72.90. Okay, hold on. 8. Marion. Hello, Marion. Welcome. That's 8.1 40-inch strips to border it. 8.1 strips at 40 inches long to go around. So I need 8.1 strips. Did you use whatchamacallit, an app or something to figure that out? I don't do math, guys, and I really love when you guys help me. It makes me feel less stupid because I really feel stupid sometimes. All right. Cut. So we've been here for 1 hour and 49 minutes. And look at this. I got to show you one more time. Kona Bay Fabrics, 1999, going into this quilt. Funny thing is I was an Insomniac still back then, too. All right. Let's cut the selvages off. I use a lot of old fabrics. I thought all my old fabrics were all on the same shelf because I checked them before I bolted them, so it must have got moved when one of Alexa or something was choosing a fabric to put in something. Because most of the stuff that has old dates are usually on the one shelf. My old fabric shelf, which I think I'm going to make a scrappy quilt with a lot of that stuff because, I don't know, I think that'll be cool. All right, let's trim all this off. Everything's nice. On this line, get rid of the selvage. And start hooking them together. here. So these two. Come on. Yes, everyone was definitely worried about that in 99. All right, and then these two. And I'm going to kind of do this a little bit more on the correct side. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the quilt and I'm going to find my center of the quilt. I hate when I put the camera right here. I'm going to find the center because it's still sitting over there folded in half. And I'm going to put my seam that I just made in the center. Right sides together. And I'm going to sew from there where I put the center part so that it lines right up. So it'll have this much hanging off the edge, and I don't mind. Just come down to this edge. I'm going to start sewing, and my seam will stay in the center. I'm making a quilt now with 1999 fabric also. I decided to use the fabric I've collected over the years. Yes, you need to do that. Everybody needs to use it up. Make something with it. The longer it sits, the more frail it seems like the fabric gets. Because I had a couple that were really old and I'll never be able to use them. They are, I don't know what it is, if it's like rotting on the shelf or something. But once it's into a quilt, it doesn't get bad anymore. I think it just needs to be moved and used and not sitting on a shelf rotting. So yes, use your fabrics up, guys. If you've been collecting stuff, just use it and have fun with it. All right, here we go. We all feel stupid sometimes. Yeah, Diane. I do a lot, honestly. Yes, please. I'm scrolling up the comments real quick before I keep going. Use this to safely solid squares being put in a certain direction. The block doesn't work out. Okay, I think I read all that now. Gonna make your birthday block today, Tiff. Awesome. Yeah, I've only got, Scott's been checking the mail. I've only got the 3 packages I told you guys about, the 3 things. And I'm like so anxious to open them. Like I said, I need at least 10, and then I can start making videos just about birthday blocks only, you know, because I think it's going to be fun what I'm going to do, and you guys are going to love it. And I'm going to love it. And I'm going to remake a new birthday block video, I guess, later today sometime. And just kind of update the announcement because the other one is now further down. So I'll just update so that way people see it again. I could make it my whatchamacallit video. What's it called when the video is the main one? For people that come to my page, you see a main video and it's me describing, hey, my name is Tiffany, blah, blah, and then I take you to the long arm, then I take you back in the house and finish talking. My introduction video. I could turn my birthday one into the introduction video, actually. Ow, 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 ow. Sorry, guys. My water fell and I need it up here. You have fabric that's older than that? Older than 99? I made, I'll have to share it in the group. I made a quilt with Hawaiian fabrics. They were literally printed, made in Hawaii. They were Hawaiian textiles and they were dated 1972. So some of it was scraps and I still had the salvage, but they were like someone tried to cut something. I actually made something out of it and I made it for a friend who really needed the comfort at the time. And yeah, they loved it. It was made with 1972s. And then I took a cotton sheet that had a sunset and put it on the back. and it turned out amazing. I'll have to find the pictures and share it with you guys in the group. So those of you who are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Then head down to the description in any video, and there'll be a link to a Facebook group that you can join that we're all in, and we all post, and I post lots of stuff. And you guys can see all the things I talk about in the videos and try to remember to post. So I will try to remember to post a picture of the quilt I made out of all Hawaiian textiles. It turned out awesome. It's like strippy, funky, but it's cool. I'll post it. And if you don't see it, I know one of you will probably message me on Facebook and say, Tiffany, don't forget to post. Because I know some of you have done that. Did you forget to do this, Tiffany? Get it done. It's good, though, that you guys remind me. I love it. It helps me. I have some fabric, though, Diane, that's older than me. And I'm turning 1 before 40, so that's saying a lot. That's old fabric. And it, like I said, it starts to get weird the older it is. But this feels nice from 1999. You hear that? Feels nice. And it's sewing nice. It's not ripping or tearing, or my stitches are good. 1/4 inch seam. I'm having fun, guys. And even though this fabric does not go with this fabric line, it definitely pulls the fabric line out, and I love when that happens. Here's Scott off today to help with the girls. Yeah, I don't even know, he's awake. He was awake at 4 o'clock this morning because I was awake, and he knew that I couldn't sleep, so he hung out with me. Before I decided to go on live, I went out for a cigarette and was like, yeah, I'm just going to go live and finish this. I was anxious. I really, really want this done. So either he's out there in the living room watching a movie, or, oh my God, what is it called? A movie, a TV show, I mean, Criminal Minds. He decided to watch Criminal Minds all over again. Sometimes we watch whole entire seasons of shows just to binge watch something that we like. So he's doing Criminal Minds again, and I'm watching Lucifer, which I am having a hard time paying attention to. So that means it's not a very good show if you can't pay attention to it. But I'm still watching it, just slowly catching. I'm like on episode 4. I just started it. Normally I super binge watch shows, though. All right, so let's put this one on. That's what I'm going to do. Fold it in half again. This way you guys can see what I'm doing. Fold it in half. Take this. Take that seam. Put that seam in the halfway point, like so. Pick up the quilt like this. Run the seam, holding that center point to the other side. And I will cut off the edges, don't worry. I want that seam to be in the center. I'll have to throw something in the crock pot today so I can quilt all day. Be back soon. Awesome. Enjoy making some food. I actually want to make some pulled pork. That would be awesome, but I don't feel like watching the crock pot. But I do have some pork. I could probably make some pulled pork. It sounds so good. That way I can use my crock pot. I actually own one. I actually do cook sometimes, guys. I love making breakfast. I can make breakfast every day for every meal with a whole packet of bacon. I eat a whole packet of bacon all by myself. I am a bacon-aholic. I shouldn't eat it, but I do. I don't eat red meat, though, so I only eat like pork, chicken, turkey, and I don't eat the dark meat off of any of those kind of bird things. I don't eat any kind of, I have turkey burger instead of hamburger. And when I do eat hamburger, it makes me sick. So every once in a while, when Scott and I go out, I'll have a cheeseburger. And I'm not allowed to have cheese either, but I eat it anyway. every once in a while I'll have a cheeseburger or something. And yeah, I get sick and I know better, but it's delicious. And once a year we go to the steakhouse, or when my subscriber thing goes up, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, obviously he's going to take me to the steakhouse, and because that was my next goal after I hit 500. So as soon as I get to 1,000, I'm going to go have some steak with him, which happens, like I said, once a year. Stuff really messes with my tummy. Would love to see that quilt. Am I like really behind in my chatting? Are you talking about the Hawaiian quilt? I think I am the oldest one in our chat. I will be 72 in January. You're not old. That's not old. 90 is old. But if you're still quilting, then you're not old, because you can still do things. And I think I'm the youngest. So I guess it's okay. Works out perfect. Although there are professional quilters, long armors, and professional people that I think are younger than me, like Natalia Bonner. I think she's younger than me. Angela Walters, I think, is younger than me also. Oh my God, I'm trying to think right now. There's another lady. I'm trying to think. What's her name? There's like 3 more other ladies that are YouTubers that we all watch and you guys watch, that are 100% I know are younger than me. They have to be. There's no way they're older than me, because they definitely don't look older than me. I think Tula Pink is the same age as me. I'm trying to think of other ones that are about my age or younger. But you guys aren't that old when you pass 30 ages. No, it doesn't. Well, it kind of matters, because I've met people that are about 40-ish, 45, between 39 and 45-year-old women who are dating and or naughty stuff with 19 and 20-year-old guys. And Scott teases me all the time, because we've had friends that are like that. He teases me all the time and says, so when I turn 60, are you going to leave me for a hottie 20? It's funny. We just mess with each other like that, just for silliness. He's like, so when I die, are you going to leave me for a 30-year-old? I'm like, seriously, why would a 30-year-old want me when I'm going to be, 70, 80 when we die? I said, I'll be too old to think about dating. All right, so I'm going to start before pressing. This works so much better before pressing. Lay it out nice and flat. Keep everything on the table. Put this on here. Line it up with the top. Line it up with the side. I look sometimes behind it and see if it's catching. And it's got it. Everything's nice and aligned. There we go. And then I just take it, trim it off. Then we go to the other side. And there goes the mouse again. I should put it up here. Come to this other side. We'll make it nice and flat. Make it nice and flat on this side. I try to make things so much easier doing things like this, because, I don't know, it just seems easier to me. All right, now let's chop the other ones off, and then we'll add the sides, which now I got to measure top to bottom again, because I think it was like 2.5 strips per side now. Nice and flat. Move it up just a little. Line it up along the side. Line it up along the top. Fold it back. Oops, I moved the ruler accidentally. Line that back up again. Right there. Perfect. Make a cut. Toss it side. Bring this side over here. Actually, the number would be 72. It'd be 82 now long. So 82 long. How many strips do I need for 82 long, guys? Let's see. Who gets that first? All right. Nice, straight, nice and straight. Bam. Chop that out. Right over there. So now I will press. And like I said, my iron don't shut off, so I can actually just come over here. We're going to press this first before adding the sides, only because I do not want it to be crooked or messed up in any sort of way. So I'm just going to lay this over like this. Nicely flattened out. We don't want no puckering. There are lots that are young. Oh, cougar friends. Definitely cougar friends. Yes, I have lots of cougar friends. My mom is a cougar too. My mom's husband is 12. Okay, hold on. My mom's husband is 8 years older than me. That's just how you know. I can't do age right now in my head, but my mom's husband is 8 years older than me. And I like to tease him because he's not that old. And Mom, if you're watching this sometime, sorry, I had to spill the beans. Not spill the beans, but say something funny about it. When my mom and him got married, I used to tease him because I was pregnant at their wedding. And I was like, well, you're a grandpa now, because they got married while I was pregnant. So technically he's grandpa now. There's no step grandpa or anything. Because I was pregnant and the kid was born while he was married to my mom. So I used to tease him because he was only like, I don't know how, but this was years and years and years ago. I was 25, so 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. He was 33, and I teased him about being grandpa. It was so funny. I'm going to add steam on this because I need it to lay super flat, by the way, guys. And I know I'm chit-chatting so much. Yeah, right, Diane. My mind doesn't seem to be 72. Sometimes my body is. My body feels like it's 90, but then I'm always hurting. And then my hubby has January birthday. All right, that's not as long as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was more hangover, but I wasn't paying attention. Let me give it some steam. It's not steaming like I had hoped because, it needs water. Okay, let's add some water. Okay. Water added. Put that over there. All right. Now it should steam. Sort of. All right, so this should be nice and flat. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 5 more strips now. After I press this other side, I need 5 more 5.5-inch strips. Misty says my hubby is 16 years older than me, and we will be celebrating 18 years this December. Wow, congratulations. So what is it called when a man is older than a woman by quite a bit? My real dad and my mom were 17 years apart, and my mom and my first stepdad, which is still my dad, I call him dad, I always have, they were married for a very long time, 19 years, and he was 11 years older than my mom. or is 11 years old, not was, because he's still alive. I can't say was. I think he actually subscribed to my channel. I don't know if he watches, though. He probably thinks it's weird watching his daughter quilt, because he's not a quilter, but I told him if he ever gets lonely and needs to see his daughter, that he should jump on and say hi. All right. Move it just a little. Finish it off. Let's go cut 5 strips while this just sits here for now. And you guys can see all this thread sticking out. Like, I literally have so much shredding. I'll trim all that out of the quilt later. I'm not really worried about it right this second. And I don't even know where my little wipey thingy is. All right, so let's cut 5 strips. Teresa says my husband is 7 years and 7 days older than me. His birthday is 5/12/50 and yours is 12/5/50. Oh, look at that. You guys have opposite numbers for your birthday. That's pretty awesome. Yours is Diane's is 3 weeks younger. Scott's younger than me by 2 years. And then when I was with Justin, which is Cyrus's dad, you guys know my son Cyrus. Hold on, I gotta think. 22, 21, 20, 19, 8. He's 7. CJ's dad was 7 years younger than me. I was almost cougaring it. Technically, I was, though, because I had already had 3 kids, when him and I got together. Him and I got together when Maxine was a newborn baby, because her dad wasn't around. So Justin took over the responsibility of that. And then my husband that I had before Scott, and yes, I've been married a few times, guys. Sad to say. Before Scott, he was, oh my God, how many years younger than me was he? I think he was 6 years younger than me. So I guess that makes me kind of cougar. Not too much, though. I think anything over 15 years probably is cougar. Or like what my friend, I'm cutting 5.5-inch pieces so that I remember if I ever want to make something like this again. Although borders don't really matter because you can make them any size. But this is such a fun quilt. Like, literally. I had so much fun cutting those pieces up, and I know cutting is probably everybody's doesn't like, because either you're bending over too much or it's just repetitive, I guess, when you have to cut a lot. All right, here we go. And I got to take my little sticker that says 3 yards off because I don't need it no more. I'll have to recount this, which I probably won't do, but we can pretend I'll do it someday when I get the time. Maybe when I finally rearrange my room, I can actually go through all the fabric and go, oh, hey, I have plenty of this, or let's see how much I have of that. Okay, let's just line all these up and cut these selvages off. I'm going to cut one of the strips exactly in half. Hold on 2 seconds. What is it like in here if I open my window? Does that actually show more, guys? Oh my God, there's a lot of dust in there. I should do daytime light when I'm working. Probably might be a better video. Teresa and 57. I am a 57 also. Oh, so Diane and Teresa are both 57s. Diane, 57, that's a good year, right? Minus 12, 18, 57. So use a December baby. All right, guys. Almost done. And I've passed the 2-hour mark. I'm surprised that it's taking me this long, but obviously all the chit chat and da-da-da-da's. It happens. But I will have a finished quilt top, 2 borders from now. 2 sides of a border, I should say. All right, let's get rid of this. Salvage. Oops, stay right there, piece. There we go. Salvage gone. Now I'm going to take one of these pieces and I'm going to cut it in half. Why? Because I only need 2.5 for each side. All right. So this will go with one side. This will go with the other. These 2 go here. And these 2 go here. There we go. Sorry, I gotta readjust and it's kind of hard right now. Let's go. Get on there. With my nails, it's kind of hard to grab for things to line up for me. I was having a hard time because my nails are just fresh. So they had to shorten them a little, so they're kind of thick when they're my real nails, but there's like a really light coat of acrylic laid over them. And I was trying to thread the needle on the long arm, and every time I got it through the hole, I went to grab it from the back, but my nails won't grab it. So when my real nail doesn't have the acrylic, it's a lot thinner, so I was able to grab. Now I can't grab it at all, which is retarded, but oh well. All right, let's lay this on here. Right sides together. And because of the way I cut it from the piece, it's just ever so slightly crooked right here. I'm going to straighten this up real nicely. There we go. Just had to trim like a little tiny dinky sliver off. Misty, everyone have a blessed day. I'm going to go take morning nap since I woke up at 3 a.m. Happy quilting. All right, Misty, we'll see you next time. Just fast forward the video when you rewatch it, and you'll see me hold it up. Plus, I'll post in the group. Okay, so here's one border together. All right, let's turn this around right here. Grab the middle 2 pieces. Those line up perfect. I have a feeling that this next one's going to be crooked too because of the fact that they were both from the same cut. Let's use this side. That might be easier. Okay. Line them up. There, right there. Okay, let's attach and get this done. Let's put them both behind me. This one right here. Teresa is a December baby too. Oh yeah. Well, not years, Teresa. You're 13 years older than me. Oh, 1857. Not years, days. Oh, that's what I was not seeing. Sorry, guys. I'm confusing what you guys are talking about. Okay. Let's attach these sides and be done. Look at that. It looks so cool already. Look at that. Just the one side. So pretty. So pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, let's find that length. Right there. That seam where it needs to be. There we go. And just so that I know it lands correctly, I'm going to overlap it by like 3 inches. And I'm going to put a stitch right here and check to make sure, just so that this is holding it down. Lining it one whole quilt. Are you kidding me? Come on, stay. All right, perfect. Put the whole thing in my lap and just sew. Sorry about that, guys. My computer is talking to me with some funky stuff. Can't tell what it says. All right, here we go. Let's get these two sides on. Oh, hold on. I need a bobbin. I think it's time I take this machine out after this quilt and give it a good cleaning. This thing is so filthy. All this cotton thread dust. That's the only thing about cotton thread. It's so messy. Very, very, very messy. It's like an annoying type messy. What? How'd that happen? That was weird. It was stitching and it skipped like 100 stitches and then went back again. That was weird. Alright. Big long seam. So whatever that number is that we started with, and then added those first border and now the second border, it's going to be like 82 by 92 or something probably. So it's definitely full size, and it will also fit on a queen, but it won't have as much hangover on a queen. But I will, when I finish quilting it and, you know, list it for sale, I will make sure to say it will fit on a twin beautifully, on a full size beautifully, on a queen, okay. And if you want to drag it around the house and use it as a lap quilt, it works for that too. Oh, and I think I'm going to close my Etsy shop, by the way, because I haven't used it in months. I only had 2 sales in it, and they took so much money from me. So I think I'm just going to stick with Facebook and word of mouth, because I still get clients that want custom stuff anyway. So right now, word of mouth, and just list it in Facebook Marketplace or something, you know. Hello, Carol. Gives me the idea of making similar as a little quilt for my great-grandson. Awesome. Well, if you're in the group, make sure if you do something like this to share it with everyone. And me, because I like to see what you guys do. And when I say if you're in the group, by the way, guys, I don't actually remember the names of all. I think we're at like 104 people. Yay. You know? So I can't remember everybody that's in the group, unfortunately. Ooh, good. This landed so nice. All right, coming to the bottom. And I'm going to do the same thing when I trim. I'm actually just going to trim it before pressing, just because that's the way sometimes I do this in like the I'm in a hurry quilts, I guess. When I really need to pay attention, I usually do the exact measurement. It's very rare, but I do the correct stuff sometimes. All right, so that one's on. Turn it around. Grab this side and finish. Man, this is so long now, guys. You know me, I make big quilts. And to think, you know, I used it all actually. I used mostly 4 yards of the background color. And I had, hold on, I gotta do the math real quick. I had 3, 5, 10, 15. Hold on. I'm gonna do this real quick because I'm curious. 5 times 8 equals. So I used 44 inches of this mauve-ish pink color, and then 4 yards of my cream color that looks yellow, but it's not really. It's called ivory. And then I used 49 9-inch squares. So that's what this quilt is made with. All right, I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to lay it over by a few inches. I'm going to put my YouTube back on because I can't see. Okay, hold on. Go. Change your needle to dull needles makes good. No, I think it is because it wasn't catching the bobbin. That's why I did that in that length. And then it finally caught because I cut the bobbin thingy when, you know how when I load it and I use the scissors to trim it, I cut it really close. Sometimes I do that. I haven't had skip stitches since, so it wouldn't really get really nice stitches. Sometimes I do that though. I cut the thing too short, shorter than the thread cutter would cut it, hanging in there. So it probably didn't catch the. There was. I need this to line up just right because I want it to match the other side. So give me 2 seconds. I kind of just was talking past what I was supposed to be doing. I do need to change my needle though. When the machine gets cleaned, I'll change it. I have a whole entire little thingy of organ needles to use. And I use a 90-14. For anybody that's ever been curious what size needle I use when I'm working, I use a 90-14. Unless I'm working with other projects, I'll change my needle out. On the long arm, I don't know what it is. I think it's a number 14, no, 16, I think. And that machine uses just cheapy needles. All right. Only because I don't feel like putting them in expensive needles in a stupidly non-expensive machine. All right, I went over about 2.5, 3 inches. All right, there we go. That's where I want it. All right. And if you really need to do it, pin your borders on first. Do that, but I don't do that either. I never use pins. And look at it, it's coming out perfectly flat. I don't know. I don't know how to explain to beginners that there's no such thing as perfect. It comes out how it comes out. And if you just randomly sew stuff together like this, it works out. I mean, I may be horrible at math, but I'm working on it. Give me 2 seconds. My phone is going crazy. Okay. Me too. Okay, wait. Michelle's back. Where'd you go, Michelle? Didn't even notice that you were gone. Me too. Hard to make one without yardage needed. So you don't know how to just throw together a quilt without knowing how much yardage that is needed for the quilt, you mean? Michelle's sewing away just like me. We use a 14 also. It's like the universal size, you know. I even use it for the free motion quilting. I don't change out. I know some people do, but I don't. Oh my God, stop churning on me. Thank you. Stay nice and straight. Carol, I didn't see a Carol. Where's there a Carol? Oh, I already said hi to Carol. I had to scroll through to see. Trying not to miss anything. Isn't it, Michelle? I told you I knew this color. As soon as I pulled it off the shelf, it was going to be awesome. And I had 3 yards of it, so it worked out perfect. Hi, Vicki. Welcome. Good morning. I'm almost done here with the Insomniac Quilt. Been up all night long, and I'm getting it done. And I'll be up all day, and you guys will hope to see me more today. Later tonight, because I think, I'll just tell you guys right now, I kind of think I'm going to start an Insomniac series because I'm awake anyway. I'm thinking about just starting to do something here and there in the middle of the night a couple times a week, and still do my Sew Sundays, obviously, but I'm thinking about an Insomniac series where you guys see me catching up on random stuff other than me doing new quilts and stuff. It'll just be random stuff in the middle of the night. I don't like to pay attention to real numbers and patterns in the middle of the night, so I definitely don't want to start other, I'd rather just do these little side projects. I can't say little because this is actually pretty big, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yes, that sounds good. Doesn't it? I think it'd be fun because there's a lot of us that are in other areas and they're up already. So they'll finally get to catch me because so Sundays they don't get to due to the fact that our time zones, you know what I mean? So I think an Insomniac series where everyone can still get a chance to finally hang out with me live stream would be cool. All right, same procedure. I'm going to line this up. Check to make sure everything's nice and flush. Oops, stay. Make sure it's nice and flush. Everything's nice and flush. Grab a quarter line all the way up. Make a cut. Don't need that. Oops, I should throw it over here though. In the pile. Come over to the other side. I know I should have just sewed it on regular, but I kind of wanted those seams to be more in the proper areas. Okay, let's see. I saw that one. I think that would be awesome, Tiff, because when my dogs wake me up at 3:15, I get to watch you. Yeah, it works out perfect. So No, let's see, Diane. No, I like to have my whole quilt planned out, cut out, and organized. See, I do that obviously, but I really like the side stuff like this. It's I don't know. I find it exciting, and I like it's a thrill to just have fun and do whatever. And this is turning out so awesome just with what, and I gave you guys directions this whole entire time of everything I've been doing. All right, let's turn it around, cut those other sides. And then I'm going to press it and we'll show you guys the final result. And there's going to be lots of thread all over it, but I can't do nothing about that because I'm not picking all this thread out right now. I mean, it's literally just everywhere. So I have to use the roller and the lint brush thingy on it. All right, line this up right there. Nice and straight, nice and straight. That's nice and straight. Make sure I got that. I did. All right. Put that over there. Come to the other side. I use my belly on the table to hold it nice and straight. Sometimes it doesn't line up nice and straight. Make sure that caught it. Yes, it did. Everything's nice and straight, nice and flush. All right. Ta-da! All right, I'm going to turn the camera. Let's see what's been said. We're going to press this. I'm sewing Christmas bags to be given to shut-ins this Christmas instead of using that. What's a shut-in? I don't know what that is. They are lined and let's see. They are lined and of size. They can be used over and over for lots of things when folded up when not in use. That's cool. Sounds like fun little projects. Yeah, I'm making, soon there'll be a couple videos because I'm going to be making some stuff, but I got to be able to make sure and lock down my embroidery machine hookup. It's just for me to use, not for me to have. Like I said, I met people through the Quilt Guild. I told you guys that, and she's really awesome. And I'm hoping to be able to go hang out at her house and embroider a couple things, and then she's hoping to come over here and I can show her how to long arm a couple of her projects. We're going to just kind of trade work pretty much because I need some stuff embroidered and she needs some stuff long armed. So once that's complete, then I'll be able to make the video of what I'm getting embroidered and making from the embroidery that I'm having done. I just don't want to say it out loud right now because in case those 2 people that are getting those gifts turn on because they subscribe to my channel, so they came from my womb. So that tells you who it is for. All right, add some steam, nice and flat. Look at that. All right, grab this other side. Oh wait, did I press that side already? I don't remember what I'm doing here. Aha, there it is. That is a press side because that was the top. I'm a moron. I'm a moron. This shows you how long it is, guys. Doesn't fit on my table. Come on, stay right there. The seam naturally wants to fold out. So instead of pressing the seam by whatever, heating it and pressing, I'm just making sure the seam is going the way it should be. Taking the other seams that I never pressed, folding them down. I'm really going to have to vacuum my room. There's thread everywhere. Stay. Making sure that seam is going out. And it looks bowed because it's hanging off the table, guys. Trust me, this should be super flat. I hate when that happens because it yanks. That was the thing I hated about the other table. All right, add some steam. And ready? Ready for the reveal, guys? Here we go. Are those sashings 1.5? Yes, they are. A shut-in is someone who is in a nursing home or sick at home and can't get up. Oh, that would be me. I never leave the house. So I guess I'm a shut-in. That's okay, though. Hi, Jim. Got to see you cut the blocks and strips and sew the whole top. I like it. All right, not sure if you did it or not. All right, guys, ready for this? I'm going to step back. I think that's the side. I'm not going to be able to hold this whole thing up by myself. So I'm going to drag it on the floor real quick, as much as I can reach, and flatten it out. Let's see if this stays. As far as I can reach, okay? I don't have that much of a span. So here's a border. I can't see comments either, by the way. And it's so big, I'm standing on the chair and it is still on the floor. Okay, and then the other side. And again, it is so super duper long. I think it'll definitely fit on a queen bed. It really looks like it because I don't fit the arm span. So let me bring it up close. Up close, up close. You see how adding that extra color right here and then putting this pulled all this out? And like, I don't know if you can tell. It definitely pulled it out. I love how it turned out. All the colors are spread out, kind of, you know, funky. Let's just turn it as I go so you can see. So on the sides, there's a couple blocks that just sat at the end. So they're all different wherevers. And this color, the border color, went with it so perfectly. So now I have an Insomniac quilt. I'm going to come close and it'll focus on those prints. So pretty. So pretty. And the last corner. So again, it just does the same thing on the other side. Some of them are sticking to the end and some of them are not. Looks really cool. I'm going to fold it in half. We're going to take a measurement. And then I'll fold it in half the other way. And look at me, I'm like literally covered in thread. All right, let's get this. When I say the numbers, just tell me because I can't do math that fast. So 2 seconds. Ugh. Let's see how fast I can do it. 82 by just remember this, guys. Whatever I just said. 82 by, let's fold this length in half. Oh my god, this thing is so long. Come on, land right there. Okay, I said 82, right? Okay, hold on. Just lining this up to make sure I get a more accurate measurement being folded in half because I don't want to lay it on the floor. That won't be as accurate. All right. Ready? It is 82 by 100. It is a queen size. I insomniacally, you like my word? I insomniacally put together a queen size quilt with, hold on, 4 yards of this, 49 9-inch squares. Well, they were kind of like 9.5, but they were all trimmed down. You remember. And then I pretty much used all 4 yards of this. And then this, I said 40, what did I say? I used 44 inches. So that's 1.5 yards of that border. So there we go, guys. There's the sideways way. And one more time, I'll come really close so you can see these prints. They're so pretty. I like the ones with the big, huge flowers. That flower ended up really nice right there. This one's got a lot of the leaves. And I already know how I'm going to quilt it. I'm going to quilt it with big flowers. Swirly flowers, to be exact. Not the other kind that I showed in the video that I transferred from Facebook to YouTube, which is a long process, guys, but I know how to do it now. And I'm just going to slowly transfer videos. But a totally different swirl flower. So that's it, guys. Complete. Look at that. Done. Why does my light seem so bright today? That's so weird. It's like blinding. Blinding. There we go. Not so blinding now. Here, we'll lay this right here so that you guys can see its beauty. All right. So, lay that right there. So as of tonight, I decided that I'm going to have what I call, and all the videos they'll be random, but it'll be the Insomniac Quilt series. So whatever I don't do as a tutorial will be semi-tutorial Insomniac videos, okay? That'll be just whatever. When I can't sleep, I'm just going to start recording it, and you guys get to watch me do whatever I do, like build queen-size quilts. So, yeah. Invented a new pattern. Yes, I did. And I think it's awesome, like really awesome. And I did explain everything I was doing along the way, so it can be made again. What does it say? Where was I? Insomniac Quilt series, which will go into when you guys are on YouTube and it says home videos and it'll say playlists up at the top thing. There'll be a playlist. These are in its own, these 5 videos that I just made in its own playlist. But I'm going to actually make a playlist that says Insomniac Quilting series. So it'll be, whether it's in here live stream, when I get to 1,000 subscribers, it'll be an outdoor live stream out in the long arm. It'll be a little bit of everything, just random. So, but it'll be a thing. So if you guys wake up in the middle of the night, or if you are on the other side of the country and you're, 2 a.m. or midnight or whatever is my Insomniac time. So it'll be a new thing, so other people can start catching my videos that don't get to see them when I'm live streaming. So yeah, that's about it. This is done. I'm not going to have it quilted though right away because I still have a stack to do. I do have to bind later. If I'm still this hyper, I'm going to bind the swirly quilt that I did. Other than that, I have nothing else. So I'm going to get off of here and let you guys go because I have almost hit 3 hours on a live stream. Holy moly. That's crazy. You guys enjoy. Great idea. Thank you guys. All right. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Can't believe 82 by 100. Wow, that's huge. Definitely going to fit on a queen perfectly. All right, guys. So I'm going to let you go. Everybody can go about their day, and I'm going to go do nothing for now. It's not really binding yet, but I do have a quilt to bind. And I got to make backing and load the long arm, but I'm kind of low on fabric, which I explained earlier. All right. Love you all. I hope you had a great day enjoying your video with me. Great time, and hope you have a great day. Those of you who are new, down there, see that's the subscribe button. Hit that, ring the bell, get notifications when I'm live and or post videos. And now not only will I have Sew Sunday, but I will have Insomniac series. So I hope you guys enjoy your day. Don't forget to like my videos, and I will see you next Insomniac video. Oh, and Sew Sunday. Bye, guys. Oops, wrong button.